What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Cassie from Anchored by Books, and today I'm going to do a book review on Unborn by Daniel Gage. So Vanquish Books was kind enough to send me an ebook of this for an honest review. So Unborn is the first in the Birthright Theft series, and this book follows our two main characters, Emma Jennings and Cameron Briggs. This book had a really interesting premise, one of which I've never really heard anything about, and I thought it was super unique, and it is birthright theft, which basically means that person A wants a new life and ends up stealing the life of an unborn child, which is person B. So there is a benefactor who wants to steal the life of an unborn child, which once you think about it, once the book kind of gets into it, is really disturbing. So we have Emma Jennings, who is an agent for this organization that helps prevent birthright theft. We have Cameron Briggs, who doesn't yet know it, but he is something called an unborn, which means that his life was stolen from him in the womb. So Cameron and Emma end up working together to help stop a man named Dealer X, who ended up tagging a unborn baby from the Princess of Monaco, so it makes it a very high profile situation. Emma and Cameron end up working together to help stop the theft of an unborn royal baby. So things I really liked about this book was the fact that there was a lot of travel in it. You go from Boston to Monaco, from back to Boston, back over to Paris, and it was just all very interesting. I like all the different surroundings, all the different settings. Another thing I really liked about this novel is how normally I feel like in YA novels, when there is a man and a woman, they end up falling in love. And who knows, maybe down the line, Emma and Cameron will end up falling in love, but in this first novel, Unborn, they don't. They just strictly work together. And I really liked that aspect of it. There wasn't really any romance in this, which I totally appreciated. This book was full of action, there was lots of fights. Emma very much reminds me of Olivia from the show Scandal. If you've ever seen that, it very much reminds me kind of that. Her character specifically. I thought it was very interesting how her and Cameron were able to work together with no sort of, oh, I love you, let's be lovers. No, it was very much, I need your help. Can you help me and I can help you? And one thing I also liked is that Cameron has a very good relationship with his mother. His mother is disabled and he ends up having to take care of her, and just the immense love for his mother that he has, I totally loved. I also really liked the aspect of the unborns, because the question that I had when I first read this book was, okay, there's a benefactor who wants a new life. My question is, what happens to that person whose life was stolen from them? What happens to them? Do they die? Do they go into some other universe? What happens to them? So I really liked the fact that those unborn children ended up coming into play, and kind of their special abilities that they have I thought was really unique and really interesting. However, I didn't really like how when this novel first started off, it was very confusing. You're just kind of thrown into this world trying to figure out what is going on. I wish they kind of elaborated a little bit more about the benefactors, the unborns, and kind of what the birthright theft was. I thought some of that got kind of confusing at times. And I felt like by the end of the novel, things were kind of rushed just to kind of get the novel done. It got kind of confused about who ended up doing what. But my absolute favorite thing about this novel, like I already mentioned, was how Emma and Cameron worked together. I really appreciated that they were able just to work together and there didn't have to be some kind of insta-love with it. Another interesting thing about this book was how karma came into place. So when the benefactor steals the unborn's life, if that unborn, once they grow up and become of age, become adults, whatever, they're two completely different people. So when that unborn ends up doing something good, the benefactor ends up getting really sick. And I thought that was really interesting, how there's kind of like this karma thing that comes into play. Yeah, you stole this person's life, but when this person does something good, you're gonna have to get affected by it. And I really liked how karma was thrown into that. Overall, I really enjoyed this book, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I will definitely be continuing this series. It was so incredibly unique. I just hope that in the coming books that they kind of elaborate more on what is going on, elaborate more on what exactly birthright theft is. Even though I understand what it is, sometimes it's kind of hard to explain exactly what it is, just because it was so unclear at first, is that it took so long for you to kind of figure out what it was. But let me tell you, I could not put this book down. I finished this book pretty freaking quickly. I will be sure to leave all the information for this book down below if you want to check it out yourself. If you like this video, do not forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!